All right, so this video is going to, excuse me, show you how to open up PowerPoint and begin your project. So on your main screen, if you go to your Windows icon down here, most of you will have a shortcut to PowerPoint here, but it can also be found in the Microsoft Office tools. Okay, so you can click on that down arrow and locate it, or simply click on that tile and it should open up PowerPoint. Now, as we get into PowerPoint, PowerPoint is a presentation tool. And when you first get into the options, you will see here that we have the option to create a new one. So we'll click on that. And you'll notice as you go through the menu of different themes, there are lots to choose from. For our birthday PowerPoint, we are going to choose blank presentation because you are going to be doing some visual effects on yours. So choose blank presentation and that should open it. And again, PowerPoint will try to suggest some design ideas, which you can look through later. But for the purpose of this activity, we're going to close that out. So I generally like to start just blank. I don't like it to dictate where I put my words or my pictures. So I'm going to click on the border of these two text boxes and just hit delete on my keyboard. And I would like to insert some text. So I'm going to go into, actually, before we get to that, let's go ahead and go to File. And the very first time you save your project, you're going to choose Save As. Depending on your preference, you can either choose OneDrive or you can choose this PC. If you choose this PC, just make sure that you're aware of where you're saving it. It generally goes by default to Documents. And then in the file name, we're just going to call this Birthday PowerPoint. And then your last name. Okay. When you turn this in, that'll help me to see it. But just get in the habit of putting your last name. And then you can click on Save. Now, the first thing we're going to do is insert some text. And this first slide is going to be our title slide. So when I insert, then I can go over here and choose text box. And it's going to give me this upside down symbol. And as I stretch that out, then I'm going to give it a title. So we'll call this one, we'll call this one Celebrity Birthdays. And then your birthday. So mine is actually December 1st. And you can also highlight that and make any changes in font style. As you can tell by the scroll bar, there are tons of options in here. I'm always kind of partial to Comic Sans. And then you can change the size of it. And then make any color changes to your fonts, and so on. You can also center align it, right or left align it. And then after you put your text in here, for some reason, that didn't make the color change. There we go. So that is how you put text in your slide. Now I want to find some pictures, and I can go into Google, and I can find pictures of people. This person is actually someone who shares my birthday, so I'll probably use this picture later. But for my title slide, I am going to type in just general clip art, And you can go through, look at the options that you have. For the sake of time, I'm going to choose this one. And you'll notice that it comes up solo on its own. Generally, I like it to process a little bit better than that and be a little bit sharper. But I'm going to try it in case it's just the computer's lag. So what I'm going to do is just simply right click on it and copy the image. And then I'll go into my PowerPoint and then right click and paste it. And then when you get these edit frames around your picture, you can stretch those out. You can move your picture around. And notice that my picture actually covers my words. So I am going to layer this to the back. That means I'm going to right click on it, and then I'm just going to send it to the back. And you'll notice that the lettering now appears in front of that picture. That pretty much covers the basics. After you get done with your first slide, then you can go up and you can click on New Slide, and it'll start to stack your slides here. Again, you will enter in all of the requirements for each slide, and then don't forget, as you're working, click on this little Save button right here, and that will save any changes you've made up to that point. And that concludes the general basics of creating a PowerPoint.